Hey, this is Gabrielle from Maximo TV. We are at the Warriors Way premiere in Los Angeles. We spoke with Kate Bosworth and the other celebs in the film, including South Korean talent. It doesn't get better than this. You definitely got to check out this movie out December 3rd. Were you physically exhausted working on a movie like this and doing all those stunts?
Yes, absolutely exhausted. I mean, especially the sort of final showdown with Danny Houston's character. It was, just pretty exhausting, and it happened to be, it was so hot. It was in the middle of New Zealand summer, and we were in these kind of stuffy sound stages, whacking away at each other with very sharp objects. So we sort of had to really trust each other and be careful.
Oh my God. Did they give you any type of training on this type of work?
Yeah, we had an amazing martial arts trainer, and he's literally the best martial arts trainer in the world. He's from Japan, the only Japanese-speaking person on the movie. Otherwise, it was English or Korean. So he was sort of the lone wolf there, but he's really incredibly brilliant. So
it was Jang, right?
Yeah.
So how was that working with Jang?
Working with Jang? Oh, it was lovely. I mean, he's so sweet and grounded, and I know he's sort of he is the big superstar in Korea, and you'd never know it, to be honest with you, because he's just so kind and lovely and grounded. So.
And how was it like filming in New Zealand?
It was, I was fortunate enough to be able to I took a 3.5-week road trip at the end of shooting, because we were kind of based in Auckland and, in sound stages all day. So to be able to leave the, work and be able to travel the whole of the country by the end of the shoot was kind of like taking a deep breath and being able to explore. It's such a beautiful country and so different. The terrain's so different. So kind of got to gradually explore it as we made our way south.
How was it like working with Kate Bosworth on a film?
그녀는 굉장히 영리하고 예쁘고 또 연기에 대해서 너무너무 진지하게 고민을 많이 하고 아주 좋은 액터였기 때문에 같이 일하면서 너무 즐거웠고, 또 저의 첫 번째 미국 영화의 상대 역이었기 때문에 아주 오랫동안 잊지 못할 것 같습니다.
And is this your first American released film?
새로운 관객들, 지금까지 저의 영화를 보지 못했던 관객 여러분들과 만난다는 사실이 굉장히 설레이고 기쁩니다.
How is it like working with the director, being that he's new to directing and writing, so he's new to this whole movie making scene? How is it like working with fresh talent like that?
이승무 감독님은 굉장히 스마트하고 천재적이어서 이런 시나리오를 읽었을 때부터 어떻게 이런 시나리오를 써냈을까 하는 정도로 놀라웠었는데, 같이 작업을 해보니까 역시 첫 번째 영화를 찍는 사람임에도 불구하고 굉장히 노련하고 아주 배울 게 많은 그런 감독이었습니다.
And you have a lot of stunts that you do in these movies, obviously. Is anything really dangerous where you get scared for your life?
그 정도는 아니었었고, 어렵고 힘든 장면이 많았지만 안전장치가 잘 되어 있었기 때문에 생명의 위협을 느끼지는 않았습니다.
This is a story about an Asian warrior who is an extra superhero, but he decided not to kill anybody anymore because he met a little baby girl. So he hid in the American wasteland with the baby, and he meets a girl who is Kate Bosworth. So he settles there, but his past catch up, and Kate Bosworth's past catch up. So he has to use his sword again, and there is a big fight between Asian warriors and cowboys, and his own master.
Is this the first movie you've directed?
This is my first movie.
So how is that? You're fresh into the directing world.
It's fantastic. It's just, I met a great crew and great cast, and I had great time. I had a wonderful time, and I'm very happy about it.
So how is it like directing and writing at the same time? It's probably a lot of work, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, writing is just by yourself, but I like directing part because you get to have many chance to meet the other talents and co-creating great things together. It's a wonderful feeling of a collaboration.
How did you decide to cast Kate Bosworth?
We need somebody smart and somebody who dared to go something she never played before. And we also need somebody who can do her own stunt, willing to do her own stunts. And she was the best choice we could get, and I'm very happy about it.
I hear that in a lot of the movies you play roles of love interests of actual friends in real life. How is that? Is it great to play a love interest of a friend?
Well,
or awkward?
It's great to be to work with somebody that you know and that you trust, and it means that you can do things that maybe otherwise you wouldn't be that comfortable in doing. So that
you may not ever get the chance to do, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Kate, there was an understanding between each other, so I could be really perverse and really express my grotesque side in the character without her feeling offended as a person.
So how How would you say, can you describe your character for me? How grotesque is this character?
Well, he's been, Kate Bosworth's character has put boiling oil on my face, so she scarred me for life, but in a way she's also scarred my heart. So my revenge is somewhat romantic in a kind of perverse, evil way.
Yeah. Anything go down on set that was kind of like your character?
We just had a lot of fun sword fighting.
And so you do a lot of stunts yourself?
We did practically all the stunts ourselves. We're very proud of it.
That's great, because there's a lot of actors that obviously have fill-ins that do stunts themselves professionally. So how can you make that comparison to being an actor that does it all?
Well, this particular film required us to really learn how to sword fight and kind of master it, so that the audiences could see that it was us who was doing it. It was kind of like a ballet in a way.
I play 8-Ball, and 8-Ball is the unofficial leader of the Connie gang. He's a very bright guy. People listen to him, and he doesn't take stuff.
Any stunts in the movie for you?
No, not for me.
Anything you'd like to do with stunts in maybe a future movie?
Maybe some martial arts. Yeah.
Are you any of those like crazy people where you'd like jump out of a plane if someone asked you to?
No, that's not me.
So who is your favorite person to work with in the movies?
Well, everybody was great. You know, Danny Huston, Rush, and they got Yang.
So what is it like to be part of a South Korean movie?
It was great. It was great. Everybody got along. I had a great time, you know, different cultures. Everything worked out.
So can you tell me a little bit about your music?
I started off about in '99 doing R&B music, but right now I'm doing a solo thing, doing more pop-ish stuff. So
what are your inspirations?
of course, it's probably a given, but Michael Jackson, of course, and Brian McKnight, and Usher, all these artists. So
can you do anything like crazy? Maybe play the piano backwards like Alicia Keys or something like that?
I'm gonna have to practice that one.
It's in the book of things to learn, right?
Definitely.
So what instruments do you play? Do you play anything?
I learned piano when I was younger. Right now, I don't actually play instruments. That's about it, the piano and the clarinet.
Who would you like to work with? Any famous artists that you'd like to work with in the future?
Actually, somebody I've already worked with, I wouldn't mind working with again, was Jason Derulo.
Nice. Yeah, so what's your favorite song of his?
I have to promote in my head because I actually did the cover, the Korean cover for it in Korea. And then when he came to Korea for his showcase, me and him actually did a showcase together. So.
And where was that at?
That was in Seoul, Korea.
I'm on a show called The Cape. It's NBC. It's coming out in January 9th. It's a superhero show. I played an aerial artist, circus performer, and an animal trainer. So it's a really fun show. I'm also on a show called Love Bites on NBC as well. The movie coming out, Age of Heroes, in February. So lots of things. And my foundation, Miko, which is a foundation all about green living. So check it out, EKO and MyKO. We have a candle line, Eco Candle Line, coming out next week. So
your name's Max. You're on Maximo TV, and we're with the VJ for MTV Switzerland and Asia.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So how is it? Do you speak a few different languages?
Well, yeah. I also host in Europe, in Switzerland, so I speak German and French, but I do not speak any of the Asian languages, unfortunately.
Yeah, because Asia, they actually feed English on their channels, right?
MTV Asia, the headquarters in Singapore, and it broadcasts from Hong Kong all the way to Jakarta, and it's all English-speaking markets, yeah.
Can you tell us about the difference in programming between over there and here?
Well, a lot of it is U.S. content. A lot of it is, the big U.S. musicians and performers. But there's a lot of local content from all over, there's Malaysians who sing in Malay, and then the Chinese and Korean markets. So, yeah, I guess that's the only difference.
Can you tell us your favorite Malaysian artist that we can check out maybe and get to know over here?
Joe Flizzo, he's the P. Diddy of Malaysia. He's from this band called Too Fat, and I heard just recently that he's releasing his next album in the States as well, so Joe Flizzo.
Well, that's it, coming to you live from the red carpet of the Warriors Way premiere in Los Angeles. We spoke with everybody, and I'm really excited to see the film. Looks like a lot of things went down. People are flying around in this picture behind me.